Hey kids, it's Darnell here, and I've got
DJ!
DJ's in here. DJ, what's one of your favorite parts of Kids Church?
Singing and dancing.
Singing and dancing. So I say we do a little bit of that right now. How about you? Ready to sing and dance?
Yep.
Let's do it.
Hi families, I'm Katie and I am so happy to have church with you right now. I've got a question for you. What would you do if a bird brought you a sandwich? Would you eat it? Would you say thank you to the bird? What would you do? It would be really weird, right? Thanks for sharing your ideas. Let's learn our point. Every day, I can trust Jesus. Let's say it together on 3. 1, 2, 3. Every day, I can trust Jesus. Great. Now it's time for our everyday song that talks about that. Stand up so you can sing and dance along.
Every day I'll choose Jesus, I will follow you. 'Cause there's a world outside that can't seem to make up its mind. It's saying this and that, that and this, everything's changing all the time. You are the light, the truth, the way. So I'll say, hey, every day I'll choose Jesus, I will follow you. Let everything I do honor you every day. I'll trust and obey every word you say, 'cause I know that you love me. I'm following your way every single day. I wanna be who you want me to be. You are the light, the truth, the way. So I'll say, hey, every day I'll choose Jesus, I will follow you. Let everything I do honor you every day. Every day I'll choose Jesus, I will follow you. Let everything I do honor you every day. Every day I can
Trust you, Jesus,
every day I choose
to honor you,
every day I can
reflect you to others,
every day I am
who you say I am.
You are the light, the truth, the way, and I'll follow you every day. I'll say, hey, every day I'll choose Jesus, I will follow you. Let everything I do honor you every day. Every day I'll choose Jesus, I will follow you. Let everything I do honor you every day. Hey, every day I choose Jesus, I will follow you. Hey, every day I'll choose Jesus, I will follow you. Hey, every day I'll choose Jesus, I will follow you. Hey, every day I'll choose Jesus, I will follow you.
Hey everyone, my name is Brittany and we're so excited you're joining us today. Today we're talking about the story of Elijah being fed by ravens. Elijah, much like everyone else in the land, was running short on food because of the drought. But he didn't worry about it because he trusted that God would take care of him. Today we're going to be talking all about how we should do the same thing. And that's why we're saying every day I can trust Jesus. We're going to start things off by singing a song together. So go ahead and stand up and sing this out with us as loud as you can.
No one is greater than Jesus.
He won, evil is defeated. Come on. Hey, hey, greater is, hey. Hey, hey, greater is, hey. That is in me. Hey, hey, greater is, hey. Hey, hey, greater is, hey. That is in me. No one is greater than, no one is bigger than, no one is stronger than. Hey! No one is greater than, no one is bigger than, no one is stronger than. Come on! No one is greater than, no one is bigger than, no one is stronger than. No one is greater than, no one is bigger than, no one is stronger than Jesus. Hey, hey, greater is, hey. Hey, hey, greater is, hey. That is in me. Hey, hey, greater is, hey. Hey, hey, greater is, hey. That is in me. Greater is, hey. It's time to play some music. It's time to make some noise. It's time to dance, clap your hands, don't stand still. Now let me hear you lose your voice. Come on! Listen up. Let's go! Listen up, we got a reason why we're singing. Who I wanna be. Take control, feel the music in your soul. Who I wanna be. I'm a child of God, you know it. Hey, I was born for this. It's why I was made. Don't have to be afraid, 'cause I know that I am saved. A child of God, that's who I wanna be. Listen up, we got a reason why we're singing. Who I wanna be. Take control, feel the music in your soul. Who I wanna Hey, listen up. Hey, listen up, we got a reason why we're singing. Who I wanna be. Take control, feel the music in your soul. Who I wanna be. Now put your hands up high, put them way down low. Move side to side, stop. Let's go. Come on, come on. Let me see you dance. Come on, come on. Listen up, we got
amazing. Thank you so much for singing along with us. And now we're going to take some time to watch a Bible story together. Like I said earlier, today's story is about Elijah being fed by ravens. So let's check it out.
Israel was under the reign of a wicked king named Ahab. He and his wife Jezebel did not follow the one true God. In fact, they actually built up altars to a false god named Baal and led the nation to worship this false god. The Bible described Ahab as the most evil king that had ever ruled in Israel. At this same time, God raised up a prophet named Elijah, who he would use to punish the wicked king. One day, God's Spirit led Elijah to pray that God would stop the rain in Israel for 3 long years. This would cause all of the crops in Israel to dry up, making them run out of food. After Elijah told Ahab there would be no more rain in Israel, God told Elijah to leave where he was and go hide out by a small brook called Cherith. Once there, he would send ravens carrying bread and meat to him for food, and he could drink the clean water from the brook. Elijah did as God had said and made his way to the brook called Cherith to hide out. Just as God had promised, ravens came to Elijah to deliver him food every morning and every evening, for as long as he stayed there. Elijah trusted God would do what he promised, and God was able to supply all of his needs. Just like Elijah, we can trust that God will provide for us too, even if he has to send a bird to do it. The end.
Our friend, Pastor Cameron, is going to be talking to us a little bit more about our story right now, so let's take a look.
All of the land was going through a drought brought on against the wicked King Ahab by none other than the prophet Elijah. If you don't know what a drought is, it's basically when it stops raining for a really long period of time. And that can lead to many things, including lack of food, because the crops don't get water like they used to. So King Ahab's land was running out of food. Have you ever run out of food before? It's terrible. You get so hungry, so you go to the pantry, but all the cereal's gone, so you look for some chips and crackers, and those are gone too, so then you head over to the fridge, and there's not even any leftovers in there. All you find is a single head of broccoli, and nobody's that desperate. But what if, after all that, you walk outside, and off in the distance you see a bird flying in, and it flies all the way up to you and drops food right into your lap. Whoa! Oh, hey little guy. Hey, is that a cashew for me? Give it here. Thanks. Single cashew. How many birds did it take to feed this guy? This sounds pretty ridiculous, but this was basically what was happening to Elijah. God told Elijah to go to this small brook during the drought. He told him to drink from the brook, and that every morning and evening, ravens would bring him food to eat. Maybe you can relate to Elijah. Maybe you're in a situation where you aren't sure where your next meal is coming from. Maybe you're not waiting on food, maybe you're waiting on healing. Or maybe your family is having money trouble and you're waiting for that to pass. In those times that you are unsure or waiting, I would encourage you to ask for God's help. He wants to help you because he loves you so much. So much so that he sent his son Jesus to die on the cross for you so that you could be a part of his family. If he gave you his only son, how much more do you think he would be willing to help you with your current problems? The same God that provided for Elijah wants to provide for you too. When we seek God and his kingdom, he takes care of us. Like this verse says, he will give us everything we need. So don't worry about it. God knows what you need and he wants to give it to you. Now that we know this, we can do what Elijah did and trust God to come through for us. So whether it's food or healing or money or anything else, remember, every day we can trust Jesus.
Pastor Cameron talked about not worrying about our needs in life. God knows what we need, and we know that he loves us. So we should just trust that God will do what he promised and give us everything we need. Is there a need that you have in your life? I would encourage you to take some time and talk with your parents or small group leaders about what that need might be. And then pray about it. Bring it to God and trust that he will do what he promised and give you everything you need. So that's it for this week, and remember that every day we can trust Jesus. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Don't go yet. We've got a Bible verse to learn together. I'll say it first. Jeremiah 29:11. I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord. They are plans for good. So good, so good. Now I'll say little parts and you can repeat them after me. You ready? Okay. Jeremiah 29:11. I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord. They are plans for good. So good, so good. Great job. We can trust every day that God's plans for us are good, even if hard things are happening all around us. I had a great time having church with you. I'm going to leave you with some questions to talk about with your family. When they pop up on the screen, just pause the video and have a little chat. See you later.